So, as we had the Super Bowl here recently, right? A lot of the trophies and the prizes for players have gold and silver in them. One of them being the Super Bowl rings, which is probably the most famous. And Michael, did you want to go over a little bit about the?
Yeah, so we just thought this would be fun, kind of on the heels of the Super Bowl 59 win, just to kind of talk about the medals that are used in various trophies and medals. So the Vince Lombardi Trophy, which goes to the Super Bowl winner, as you know, is made of sterling silver. That's not pure silver. That's 92.5% pure silver, or 92.5%. It's 3.2 kilos of sterling silver, and it's got an estimated value of about $50,000. And every year, a new trophy is made for the winner that they get to keep. Some other fun championship trophies, like the Larry O'Brien NBA championship trophy. That one's made by Tiffany and Company. It's crafted also from sterling silver with a 24 karat gold overlay. And so that's valued at about 13,500, and it's kept by the winning team for a year until the championships the following year. Some other notable trophies include America's Cup, awarded in international yachting competitions, and the Borg Warner Trophy for the Indianapolis 500, and the Commissioner's Trophy for the MLB World Series. So silver across the board tends to be used a little bit more. It's used across global sports traditions and competitions worldwide. And we can get into some rings and some fun stats on rings as well, because the trophies are one thing, the rings are another. The team gets a trophy, but every player typically gets a ring. I don't know if you have anything to kind of comment first on just jewelry in general. Josh, I know you actually have a bit of a jeweler background, and precious metals background, of course, but why don't you just talk a little bit about jewelry and rings?
Sure. I mean, I hear clients say all the time that they bought a gold necklace as an investment, right? Or they bought a gold bracelet as an investment. And when you're buying jewelry, the norm here is triple key in the jewelry industry, which means that whatever the cost is to manufacture or produce that necklace or that bracelet, they're going to charge triple cost, triple key. So let's say there's $1,000 of gold in that bracelet. Well, they're going to charge at least $3,000 to $5,000 for that bracelet, right? And when you're talking about the high-end designers, it's even more at a skew here. So, I hear this a lot. People investing in chains or necklaces, and you really got to be careful, right? You're not buying it close to the spot price. You're paying a finished product price for it, which is something to think about.
Yeah, and just to touch on that quickly, Josh, that's kind of the opposite approach that we take here at Noble Gold with our clients. We want you to get as much metal for your money. We focus on bullion strictly. You can do coins and numismatics, but really where you're going to get the best bang for your buck is in getting as much metal as you can, bringing your cost per ounce down. We want to get you as close to spot as you can. So while cool and obviously a keepsake, these rings and jewelry in general, maybe not a great investment. You won't see price appreciation in line with spot price like you will with bullion. But some of the funner stuff we can talk about just with respect to rings, a lot of them are jewel encrusted, awarded to teams, coaching staff that commemorate their win, of course. There's one primary jeweler that does rings for all of the major leagues, which is Jostens. And so, championship rings kind of originated in the 20th century. The very first championship ring that was ever commissioned was by the Montreal Hockey Club. It's now the Montreal Canadiens. It's an NHL team, but at the time, the Montreal Hockey Club in 1893 created the first commemorative ring. Some fun facts. We know that the Golden State Warriors in 2022 for the NBA championship, their ring featured 16 carats of diamonds, which represented at that point their 16th playoff win. And alternatively, look at the Colorado Avalanche in 2022 for their Stanley Cup. That ring had 679 diamonds, 20 sapphires, and 40 rubies, showcasing each franchise's history and achievements. And so, championship rings can be valued anywhere between 5,000 and 300,000, depending on the team and the year, of course, and the popularity. But interestingly, I just saw this that Martellus Bennett, the tight end with the Patriots, he actually sold or auctioned off his 2016 Super Bowl win ring for $88,000. So, great investment, maybe more of a keepsake and a memorabilia, memento for sure, but not the same as protecting your wealth with physical gold and silver bullion like we offer. Okay.
That's correct. And a lot of the rings, the standard is about 10 karat or 14 karat, which is about half gold, half alloy, right? 60% gold, 40% alloy.
That's
So
right.
you're not getting a whole lot of gold in that ring, right? Half of it is going to be silver, copper, nickel. So that's something to think about too, right? When you're buying bullion, when you're buying physical gold and silver, actual coins and bars, with the exception to a couple, it's 99.99% gold and silver. So it's
That's
either
right.
3 or 4 nines fine.
Yep. And a couple of those exceptions, worth mentioning in gold, we've got, as far as I can think about it, it's only 2 gold coins that are done in 22 karat,
That's
which
correct.
is a little closer to 92% pure. So the gold eagle being one of them.
Mhm.
And a lot of people don't know that.
Yeah.
We love selling eagles, gold and silver,
Most popular gold coin that we sell by far.
bar none. But a lot of people think that it's 24 karat when I always kind of caution you, look, it's still a great investment. But gold eagles are 22 karat. The Krugerrand from South Africa is another example of a 22 karat gold ring. But everything else, especially bullion and bars, you're looking at 4 nines purity. So
That's
24
correct.
karat.
And they do that for tradition. So from 1776 to 1933, the $20 gold eagle coins were made out of 22 karat as well, right? Because 24 karat gold is extremely soft and extremely malleable. So you don't want to be using a currency with a coin that's extremely soft and it wears off. And people were worried about taking a little
Interesting.
bit of the gold off. So they made it a little bit stronger in 22 karat. It still
Wow.
has a full ounce of gold in that coin. It's a misnomer that I hear all the time. I don't want to get gold eagles because they're not pure gold. Well, that's not the reason. If you don't want to get them, that's fine, but that's not the reason not to get them, right? There's 1 ounce of pure gold in that coin and a couple grams of alloy of silver.
Yep. Right on. Cool. Hey, the more you know.